I've been playing some games, been watching shows. Some games that I've played. I finished Persona 3, so that's awesome. I have now played all 3 of the major Persona games that everyone talks about. I will eventually get to the other 2 Personas at some point. Well, other 3 technically. I'm kind of a gamer, guys. Have you played all 3 of the famous Personas? Yeah, I'm kind of a gamer. So yeah, I played that game, and I gotta say, there are some aspects that are good about it, and there's some aspects that are not good about it. Might as well talk about it while we're here. Persona 3 plays a bit differently than a lot of the other games, and that's because it's the first 3D Persona game. It's the one that really, the one that started making the series popular in America and stuff like that. In that game, you can't control the other people on your team. You can only control yourself. You can tell them like what type of style like to play, but it's not. It can get really aggravating because there are so many times when all these people, when every single enemy has a weakness that one character has, instead of using a move that they have that can hit all of them with that weakness and spend a little amount of SP, they individually use the highest attack they have, which has a bunch of SP on every single one of them. And at that point, they start losing SP. And I can't keep continuing through the damn thing. I have to go back. But if I do go back, I can't go to the exact same spot unless it's at like a mini boss in the middle of the fucking thing. And it gets really fucking frustrating when these people do these moves that I do not want them to do. Where they could just easily do something else if I just controlled them. But no, they wouldn't let me, even though it's a step back because I've played a bit of Persona 1. And in that game, you can control what people do. So I don't know why they took a step backwards when in Persona 3. It baffles my mind. And also, the only confidants that you can have within your team are the girls. Because, yeah, I gotta romance them, bro. Yeah, for some reason, like, the dude confidants just don't exist. It's just basically anyone outside of your team, like, in class and, like, in the streets and stuff. And even then, when you get to the girls in your class, it's like halfway through the game until you can actually talk to them and build up their confidant. Which is stupid to me. They should be the first people. And I think that I didn't really care about my team at first because you couldn't connect with them. You couldn't hang out with them and talk about their problems and stuff. And also, like any other Persona games, your teammates, they usually have some sort of conflict that you and them have to like deal with together, which makes it more engaging and makes it makes it more interesting. You get more involved in these characters and their struggles and their stories and stuff. But in this game, not really. Some of them do later in the game. And each boss, like, as you progress through the game, is mostly just shadows that you just have to beat. There's no real story behind them other than you have to beat this one if you want to keep progressing through the game. And it's just really boring. They really stepped up their game later in the series by making it more interesting and more, I guess, intriguing by connecting by intertwining all the characters with the enemies and stuff. Because Persona 4, you basically face the shadows of your friends and save them, and then they awaken their personas. And in 5, there's somebody that your teammate is struggling against, and you have to take them down, and they awake their persona. All good, but it's not in Persona 3. Nah, and also the thing about Persona 3 is that People were like, oh, it's so dark. I can't believe Persona 4 was so lighthearted. I wish it was just as dark and as edgy as Persona 3. But like, bro, like just because it's dark doesn't mean it's good. I mean, it's a good game. I know I've been ranting a bit, but I just want to get the bad stuff away before I talk about the good stuff. The thing about Persona 3 is that it comes off more edgy than dark. The other games have very mature stuff as well. Like, people keep forgetting about that. That 4 and 5 also have very mature, very dark stuff about them as well. 3 is just super edgy. Like, holy shit. Like, there is a teammate that is the absolute definition of an edgelord. And there's also like these group of people called Strega. There's these 3 people. And they just ooze. They just ooze middle school edge. It is... it is just... Ooh. That's all... That's what it is. And, onto the good stuff. The story overall, once it starts ramping up and like stakes are getting higher, it gets really good. I like the story, and I do eventually like the characters. There was one character, Junpei, who I really did not like at the beginning. He was an idiot. He always oogled over like women, and he was always jealous of you because you're the leader, and he felt like he couldn't contribute. But later, he was a bro. He was a bona fide best friend, and he became good. I didn't think he would turn around, but he did. And also, I just want to say right here, right now, Aegis is best wife, best girl. End of discussion. You can't argue with me on anybody else. Don't tell me Mitsuru, because she wouldn't give a second thought about you. She doesn't give a shit about you. Yeah, sure, she's elegant, and she's perfect on the outside and shit. But bro, she gonna step on your dick as soon as she gets a chance to. She is a cock and ball torture kind of girl. You can tell from her head, from just looking at her. Yukari's okay, I guess. She's fine. Fuka, she'd be fine if her voice acting wasn't extremely awful. Fuka has the worst voice acting in the entire series that I've heard so far. It is absolutely awful. It's weird because, and it's funny because I played the dancing games as well, and I've played all the dancing games, and Fuka is a much better. I like her so much better in the dancing game. Her voice acting is better. Her dancing is cute with the whole songs that she's in. She's so much better in that game. But in Persona 3, she's not that great. Oh yeah, just to clarify, I played Persona 3 Fez. I didn't play the portable game. I heard that improved. You can actually control your characters on that one, and you can play a female on that one too. Ooh. Maybe my opinions will change a bit if I play that one, but I really don't want to go through Persona 3 again right now.